Hello, Management 1010 Interdisciplinary Leadership students. I wanted to very quickly touch base with you. You've just finished exam number 1, and in this very short 7-week flex term, you know that the next test is barreling down on us because we're almost finished. In fact, you kind of have a week full of quizzes and tests and assignments and all that coming up. So I wanted to very quickly touch base with you. All right, now first of all, let me go over here to it, to be following your schedule, right? To be following the schedule that I made available to you through Pause, and I sent you this link through email. And one thing is you have your writing assignment number 4, which is actually due tonight, right? So make sure that you're doing that. And then we are starting into week number 6 of our very quick 7-week semester, right? So now you know that you're covering Topic 9, Realizing Change, and Topic 10, Empowering Others, this week, and that, of course, you have quizzes to go along with that and one more writing assignment. So I know you've invested a lot of work. Finish strong, right? You've invested the time. Don't quit at this point because you have put so much into it that you don't want to lose that hard work, okay? So the finish line is just ahead. We just have a little bit more to go. Okay, so first of all, make sure you're doing your unit quizzes 7 and 8 and that you finish writing assignment number 4 and then move on to your next 2 movies and writing assignment number 5. Okay, because as we go into the following week, week number 7, we have a lot of tests here, and I want to briefly tell you about almost all of them, okay? The first one is what's called the SLO Exam. Truthfully, we should call this the SLO Quiz because it's a 15-question multiple choice quiz. Okay. Now, let me give you some instructions on this. I'm going to, let me start here. Okay. The first thing you need to know about this is that this is a standardized quiz. If you're enrolled in other business courses, they will also give you a different standardized to the course, okay? But it's standardized in the sense that if you are in the business program and you're taking a business course, then we each participate in this SLO process. For that reason, this test is not in Pause, it's not in anything except for our college system, My Southwest. So I want to be real clear to you. This, if you're familiar with this My Southwest screen, this is the one you're going to log into. Once you get into that system, you're going to see an icon for the SLO quiz. Now, if you go out there right now, that quiz is not going to be available to you. It is only for our particular course, it is only going to be available to you on these 2 dates, Monday the 23rd through Tuesday the 24th, okay? Not the 22nd, not the 25th, only on these 2 days, okay? So you're going to have to make plans to take this little 15-question multiple choice quiz on that day. You'll do it. Where do you do it? Go into My Southwest and then find this SLO icon, and this is what it looks like. Now, you know better than to cheat, so you're not going to do that, okay? But once you find the icon, click on it. Then you'll see a list of the courses that you're enrolled in that are participating in various SLO quizzes. You'll click our course name, Management 1010, and you'll be asked to put in this password. The password is quite simply 1234. Now, the password is the same for everyone, and the reason for everyone in our course, it can be different in your other courses. The reason that I make you put in that password is because once you click OK, you put in that password and you tell it to start the exam, you have, and let me be so clear on this, one attempt only. If your computer crashes, if your network connection drops, if lightning strikes you, your house, your whatever, okay, for any reason, if you do not finish that test when you sit down to take it, that was your one attempt, and I do not have the ability to ask them to reset it. I do not have the ability to give you a second attempt. It is out of my hands, and so you need to be real clear on that, okay, because it's going to be sad, but I'm unable to do that. This is actually administered by the college more so than it is by Okay, so I don't have the ability to reset that for you, but you'll go to My Southwest, again, on the 23rd or 24th, you'll find the SLO icon, our course. You'll click the name of our course. You'll enter 1, 2, 3, 4, and you'll take this 15-question multiple choice quiz. Now, how is this counted towards your grade? It is 15 questions. They're multiple choice questions, so each question is 1 point. Okay. Upon submission, you will know your grade. You'll know how many of those questions you answered correctly or not. But this is a standardized test, and so you will not be allowed to see the quiz questions. I am sorry about that, but that is the way that this particular test works. This is just a way that we assess whether or not we're teaching you what we start out at the beginning of the semester and in our syllabus say are the student learning objectives. Okay? So that's the first thing that you need to know about. Now, the second set of instructions that I'm going to pass along to you, actually, just to tell you a little bit more, I'm going to give you this set of instructions for the SLO system also. These are a standardized set of instructions, but they show you in more detail what the screen is going to look like. Okay, and of course you're not in accounting, you're in Management 1010, and so you would click on the link for that course. But this will give you some extra information. Okay? All right, now what I wanted to move on to is our exam number 2. Because as you look at the schedule, let me flip back. You're first going to take this SLO exam, then you're going to take exam number 2. Now notice that there's a little overlap here. It begins Tuesday the 24th, or you can take it Wednesday the 25th. Okay. Looking ahead, you see that you also have a comprehensive final. Okay, now this exam covers chapters. Okay. As we look through there, and I'm going to give you a copy of this sheet. Here are the dates that it's available, as we just talked about. Here's the password, almost. It's in lowercase, and what I mean by that is that you are almost done. Okay, almost. Just a little bit more to go in the semester. So you have one attempt at this particular quiz. This one is in the pause system. I'm sure that you already see it as you're working on your exams. So you'll click it just like you did for exam number 1. You'll enter the password and then the test will begin. You have 120 minutes. It's 20 questions and it is a 100-point test. Therefore, the questions are 5 points apiece, but you can go through and look at these instructions and you'll be set to go. But just keep in your mind that exam number 2 is coming down the pipeline. Now, I want you to see that, okay, first of all, you have this 15 question multiple choice quiz, SLO. Then, Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, you have your exam number 2, and then right on the heels of that is the comprehensive final. Now, to be clear, the comprehensive final is required. Okay, it is required. I will give you the detailed information about this a little bit later in the week. In fact, probably I'll give it to you around the 25th so that there's no confusion. Okay, but you see these are back to back to back. Now, why is that? Well, first of all, because this is a 7-week course. But let me scroll down and remind you of your strategy here with the exam. You have 3 exams in this little short 7-week course, but one of these is your drop grade. Now, quite frankly, some of you did not do so well on the very first exam. That means that you need to do very well on exam number 2, and you should also do well on the final exam. Whichever of those is your lowest grade, I will drop. If you did very well on exam number 1, then do your best on exam number 2. I would encourage you in that case to still take the final exam, but if you do poorly on it, let's say you make a 0 on it, then that would be your drop grade. Okay, so as you look at the final test coming down the semester, coming down the pipeline next week, you need to plan to do well on 2 of the 3 tests because I will only drop 1 of those grades, okay? I know this is a lot of information, but a 7-week course is very, very fast, so keep your eye on the schedule and on the assignments that lie ahead, and if you have questions, feel free to talk to me, and I'll send you these handouts through the content area in pause. Thanks.